7 essential secrets to natural hair growth. Essential. I've used every single one of them and they absolutely helped me grow my hair from this to this. Number 1, stop air drying your hair. You would think like air drying, staying away from the heat would be a good thing for your hair. Turns out it's not. Your hair is typically much more delicate and susceptible to damage when it is wet. So if you're styling wet hair, you can actually damage your hair more than if it was dry. Also, if your hair remains wet for a long time, to put it in the simplest terms, your hair expands when it gets wet, and if it stays expanded for too long, that can also damage your hair. Stay away from high heat. By high heat, I mean direct heat, like straightening your hair with a flat iron, curling wand, or using a hot comb. In these photos, I had actually already gone natural. I had done the big chop, but I was still constantly flat ironing my hair. Tip number 3 is mix your hairstyles up. My go-to used to be the high bun, but I started noticing my hairline receding. Even now, you can see it's still a little bit thin up in the front. Put your ponytail at different areas. Let your hair breathe and do the wash and go. Whatever it is, switch it up, because if you keep the same style over and over again, you may end up experiencing hair loss in those areas that are high tension or high stress. Number 4, I love a good protective style. Think braids, faux locks, cornrows. My go-to is twists. I prefer being able to do styles at home rather than having to go to a hair salon, and twists are really easy for me. Number 5, consult with a licensed stylist who can advise you on at-home care. So whether you need to learn about more thoroughly washing your hair at home, figuring out more treatments you can do at home, asking for advice on protective styles. I mean, all of that stuff is going to come from someone who really knows what they're doing. Now, I know y'all probably don't want to hear number 6, but I'm going to tell you anyways because it's essential. And this is essential tips for natural hair growth. You have to get regular trims. Now, it seems counterintuitive that your hair would get longer faster if you're trimming it, but if your hair is constantly breaking off because you won't trim it versus getting the opportunity to continue to grow because you are getting regular trims, then your hair will get longer faster than if you don't get the trims. Not that it's necessarily growing faster, but it is getting longer faster. Tip number 7, let go of the bleach if you cannot take care of it. And I say if you cannot take care of it because, I've mentioned my sister. She dyes her hair I don't even know how many times a year. Paige has had green, blue, blonde, auburn, kind of a reddish. I think all the colors of the rainbow at this point. So I've seen her bleach, dye her hair, and do whatever, but Paige is an expert at hair and she takes care of it. And so her hair continues to get long. So I know that there are people who can take care of bleached hair. I just don't think that there are many of us that can actually do that. If you can't do that, let go of the bleach.